In the last video, we looked at James, the ultimate assistant, and James was relatively pretty useful at getting some stuff done to us, done for us, by sending emails, creating specific events for future meetings with clients. Now, in this video, I want to take it a step further, and I want to give James a voice. I want him to speak back to me. I've been speaking to him a lot of the time, so I want him to speak back to me now. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and show you how, step by step, I give James a voice with all of the errors that come with it, right? Because I think a lot of these videos out there, they just show the overall end product, which is nice and fancy. But I want to go ahead and show you that sometimes it's not always about that. You make a lot of errors along the way. There's a lot of errors that do happen. So let's go ahead and try it out with us and take you along for the journey with us. Okay, so we have our initial build that we built last time. That's James. He's functioning fine. Now we need to give him a voice. And to do that, we're going to utilize 11 Labs. So I've utilized 11 Labs a lot in the past, making a lot of voice agents for previous projects that I used to work on in the financial era, in the finance industries, by crafting financial assistants and analysts. And I think that'd be a fantastic thing to add to James right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can do so. So in this case, we're going to have to disconnect this response agent for the moment. We're going to have to add in a summarization agent. So this is a summarization agent. Essentially, you can just go ahead and grab it here by going to OpenAI and grabbing a summarization agent from here. So in this case, we're going to grab the summarization agent. We're going to plug it directly past the system. We're going to take this response agent up here, and we are going to pop him up here. Now we're going to grab this and link it up to the response here, and then we're going to take a look at what's happening inside here. So in this case, we need to summarize the incoming information in a personal way. That is always remembering that your name is, and then you'll go ahead and add your name in here. In this case, I was doing it for one of my colleagues. I'll do it for myself though. Antonio. That's my name. There we go. And just Antonio down here as well. So this prompt is going to go ahead and give the bot an understanding of what's going on. And it's going to summarize all the responses so that 11 Labs can then take that, make that into an audio file, and then go ahead and give that back to us. So let's see if we can do that. So we popped in the summarization agent here, and we've clicked the model here, just hooked it up with an OpenAI account. Wonderful. Just by doing that, you can just go ahead and go into that specific thing. You go into the add new credential. You add your API key in here with a base URL, and you just click save. Wonderful. That should work. And now we've got the response agent just up aside here. So it'll both send a voice response and a text response to us. So that's our end goal here. So we're going to have an HTTP request. So we'll have to add an HTTP request in here somewhere. So this is an HTTP request that's going to be connected to the summarization response agent. All right. We're going to have to hook up 11 Labs to it. So how do we do that? We need to go into the system here, and we need to grab the 11 Labs API. So in this case, we're going to grab the URL. So if you haven't gone to already, you just need to go to 11labs.io. We're going to log into our account here. And we're going to go ahead and go to API documentation. So let's just do that for a second. For reference. So we're going to go into their documentation reference so we can see what we're doing on here. So this is their documentation for their API. We can go ahead to text to speech because that's what we're going to be utilizing here. So we want to see what the base URL is. Okay. So based off of my research right there, the base URL is going to be api.11labs.io, the v1. So, and we're utilizing text to speech. So we're going to have to pop that into the URL right here. So in this case, it's like that. So it's v1, API, 11 Labs, text to speech, because we're going to be utilizing text to speech. And then this little key right here is the actual voice ID that we're going to utilize. First, we need to pick a voice. So let's go into AI agents here. Sorry, not AI agents, dashboard. We'll go to text to speech, and we'll try pick out a voice for James, right? So James is a man. So we're going to have to find out a nice male voice to work with. So in this case, I think Archer's pretty cool.
It's not about what we have or what we achieve, but about how we experience each moment.
So that's fantastic. Archer sounds great. He's a calm British 30-something-year-old version. So we'll go to View, and down here, you're going to see the little ID. So this ID, we're going to have to copy right here, and we're going to go back to n8n, and we're going to have to add this ID in this section right here, like so. So now we've gone ahead and added the URL there and given him Archer's voice, in this case, James's voice. For the authentication, we're going to leave it as none. For the headers, we're going to have to add the API key. So in this case, the name is going to be x-api-key, and you're going to add your API key value in here. So in this case, I'll go ahead and add mine in. Wonderful. I will change this API key afterwards. Make sure to never reveal your API key to anyone else. And we're going to have to add a secondary header here, because it's going to be grabbing it in a JSON metric. So we need to make sure that the content type is for the name. So we're going to type in content -type, just like that. And for the value, it's going to be application JSON, just like that. So using the fields below, you got your API key, you got your API key here, and then you have your JSON key right there. For the body, it's obviously going to want to send a body as well. So we're going to be utilizing JSON here as well. And we're going to create an expression. So I've got some code here already that I'm going to paste in here. And that should be the overall expression for it. So what this is going to do is it's going to stringify the data so that we can essentially add that into the agent and get it to send us a voice message back to Telegram. Okay. And that should be pretty much it for the HTTP request. Then from there, we're going to have to send it to an audio file. So we're going to have to send it to back to Telegram again. And that's going to be via JSON trigger. What we need to do is we need to get a send audio file. So we go to Telegram. And we need to send an audio file. Here we go. So this is going to be James version 2.0. So you're going to hook up your API key, or your authentication token via Telegram. If you don't know how to do that, you just go into Telegram with the bot father. You can mint the token, but you should have already learned how to do that beforehand. From there, it's going to be a message, send audio, and then we're going to add the chat ID, which is the Telegram trigger, which should result in the specific Telegram trigger, and that should be done as an expression here. Now, the binary field is going to be data, as well as the ready markup is going to be none. Yep. And then we're going to add some properties as a file name. So we need to make sure that it's sending a file name here. So in this case, it's just going to be James.mpeg. Right. So let's go ahead and test this out and see if it functions. So let's grab James. Hey, James, I just wanted to go ahead and see if there's what the weather is like tomorrow in London, please. Assess the workflow. So it's grabbed the information. It sent us a response. It's summarized the response via 11 Labs to see if it functions. And it's gone ahead and executed it successfully. So it sent us this response. Let's go ahead and see. With the weather for tomorrow. Yeah, that's for tomorrow. Rain showers, humidity, precipitation, wind speed. And it's also sent us a nice little audio file here. So let's go ahead and listen.
I wanted to let you know that I've gathered the weather details for London on February 21st, 2025. It looks like we can expect rain showers with a temperature around 59 degrees Fahrenheit and a humidity level of 80%. There's a 35% chance of precipitation, and the wind is expected to be blowing at 13 miles per hour. If you need any more details or assistance, just let me know. Antonio.
So that's pretty cool. So it's gone ahead and sent us that voice message. So now we've given James a voice here and a bit of a personality. And this can always be adjusted in the internal tools that we utilize here. You can see as a whole, it's not that difficult to utilize existing tools and HTTP requests with Telegram to craft something that's pretty unique. So in this case, we've done so, and we have that summarization response. We have the response going up to setting up via text message. And then we have the HTTP request to 11labs.io, utilizing our API key and our summarization agent, and then sending that off as an audio file to Telegram. And we can see that right here where he sent it off. Not bad. Pretty cool. So you can see the types of tools you can build today relatively easily. It's pretty much plug and play as long as you understand where everything goes and how a little bit of JSON works. But it's incredible, the tools that are coming out nowadays and what you can kind of do to automate your entire business processes. So these are the types of tools that you can definitely sell to existing clients and integrate into businesses as a whole. Demand at the moment is skyrocketing for these types of tools, as there's a whole level of personalization that can come along with it. And if you can build it, you can definitely go ahead and sell it to clients in future. That's going to be pretty much everything for me today. But if you like what you see, check out the links below for full tutorials on how to actually integrate everything step by step. I go into detail there. And I'll see you in the next one.